just for you? At Cotton Cuts Retreats, all you have to do is show up with your sewing machine, and we'll handle the rest. Spend your days sewing with new friends, learning from expert educators, and enjoying inspiring workshops, activities, and local excursions. From cozy accommodations and pre-cut kits to perfectly planned shop hops, every detail is taken care of so you can relax, create, and explore a new city. Choose from our week-long retreat or a shorter escape to fit your schedule. Your quilting vacation is waiting. Check out all our upcoming retreats at cottoncutsretreats.com.
Oh, she's just so under pain. Oh, I'm so stressed out today. My head's a lot weight, and I come to you from the sea.
Thank you for believing in me and helping me get started in the puzzle mystery quilt. And I could not imagine my quilting journey without it. You will get addicted to them. I can't stop doing the puzzle mystery quilts. They are just so much fun. Even if I wasn't an ambassador, I would be jumping in and working on these because they're so easy. You just have to spend a little bit of time. The no cutting part, I know I think every single ambassador in the preview, I think somebody talked about not cutting. Every single ambassador talks about the not cutting part, but it is so much nicer to just sit and sew.
Oh, she's just so under pain. Oh,
Oh my gosh, you guys, I was totally dancing to that music. What an awesome soundtrack. Hey, so I went swimming this morning and I think something happened. I came out like loving this trident and this hair and this crown, and then I remembered today's something special. We get to celebrate the end of the Under the Sea Puzzle Mystery Quilt. Yay! I feel like I got to twirl this a little bit more because that was a lot of fun. All right. Thank you all for joining us and coming and hanging out as we celebrate a huge accomplishment. This is 10 months of sewing that comes together today, and we at the same time get to see everyone's big finishes together. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. For those of you who might not know what a puzzle mystery quilt is, let's do like a little bit of a refresher, because you know, like with all good things, we have to drag out the reveal as long as possible. Here, hold on. I gotta take that off so I can actually see. So Puzzle Mystery Quilt, it is a mystery quilt program unique to Cotton Cuts. It is a 10-month program, each month for 10 months. You get this lovely kit of fabric in the mail. It is pre-cut triangle strips and squares. You sew together certain parts and pieces. I'm not revealing anything. You guys have already sewn these. These are all the parts and pieces. Then today, we tell you how to put your puzzle pieces together. This is not a block of the month. Each month, you're not making a block and attaching it to the next block. You're making puzzle pieces, and then you get to piece them together. 1 next to 4, next to 7, next to 6, and it all comes together beautifully in an incredible design that has been designed by Sheila Christensen for 10 years for Cotton Cuts. You guys, let's pause for a minute on that. We are in our 10th year with the Puzzle Mystery Quilt. This is number 18. We are so close to number 20. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But before we do, I'm going to take this off. All right. Here, help me out with that, Robin. All right. Right. So Sheila, so looking at this list, Paula has, as she always does, this like monster board of all the things she wants me to talk about. And really all I want to do is jump into the pretty fabrics. So why don't we do that? Oh, quick reminder. If you're a current detective, we will be sewing tomorrow from 10 to 2. So bring your fabrics, bring all your clues, and we'll all get to sit and sew together. And of course, Robin is probably manning that. Yes, Robin. And so she's going to be given lots of prizes. She doesn't really ask how many prizes she can give away. She just gives them away. And so I'm sure if you're real nice to her, she might give extra stuff. So tomorrow, 10 to 2. We are going to start, as we always do, by bringing on Sheila. So Sheila is coming to us from New Zealand, where she has been producing these mystery quilts for, like I said, 10 years for cotton cuts, but she was doing it for about 4 years before she joined us. So she is a super mystery quilt queen. She does this very, very well. So let's bring on Sheila. Sheila. All right, so I'm going to take a look at some of the questions you guys have been asking while we deal with the technical difficulties. So the last clue, for those of you guys that asked that, we're going to talk to Sheila. Then Sheila's going to show us the first quilts. Then we're going to show you a series of quilts. And by about 1:15, so in about 8 minutes, you guys are all going to get the clue so you can start sewing via email. All right, good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Kim.
Yes.
It really is morning.
Yes. How are you? So it is super early for you, yes?
Yes. So here's my little New Zealand plug. Today is a very special day here in New Zealand and Australia. It's Anzac Day. And this is the day where we honour our veterans. So there's always a dawn parade, and the dawn parade is on right now. So if you hear planes or booms or anything like that, that's the end of the dawn service.
Oh, okay. So if you hear any booms here, as you guys did before the show starts, it's just one of these balloons behind me popping. They've been popping all morning.
There you go.
It's not someone getting shot, I promise. It is either a parade happening behind Sheila or balloons happening behind me. You're all good.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm always good for that type of stuff. So thank you for sharing that with us. All right, cool. Sheila, tell us about the Under the Sea design. Where did it come from? How did it come to be?
Okay, so as always, I start with pencil and paper and thinking of an interesting quilt design. The Under the Sea one, if you're eagle-eyed, you can have a look and see if you can find anything that you think looks like under the sea creatures in the design, because that was what gave me the idea for the name. So I'm interested to see what people spot.
Yahoo! I like it because I feel like you're right. It's like an I Spy, right? Like, do you see it? And it's like looking at clouds, right? Do you see the under the sea creatures and you see the cloud? Yes, I love it.
There's no applique, there's no actual representation or figurative shapes, but it's what does your mind's eye see?
Yes. All right. So would you like to show everyone? This is the drum roll moment.
Yes. So I've made a small quilt this year. So there'll be more anticipation because there's more things to see in the large quilts. But this is my small quilt. So ta-da, drum roll.
Yeah, drum roll. This is why we need Dominic, Sheila, so he can do the drum roll. All right, so she's going to be showing us the small. So I didn't cover this at the beginning, but we have two sizes. One's the small, one's the large. It's not just an exploded view between the two sizes. It's actually adding more design elements. So this is the small black pearl, Sheila.
Yes, I'm going to give you a little pan with my computer.
All right.
So from the top.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Get the angle better. Da-da-da-da. There we go. I'll move my chair so you can see better.
Sheila, and she's holding, there's the pattern right up there next to it. So that is a super hot tip right there, Sheila, is to put the pattern right next to your finished quilt on your design wall so you can make sure everything's in the right place.
Yes, I always have my pattern stuck up there, and so as I'm sewing, when I sew clues, I put a clue up on the wall and I keep the pattern with it. So you can either label your clues or I put them back in the little plastic bags with the instructions. So that way, when I'm putting everything together, I know which one's which. But sticking a label on is the best thing to do. So let me sit right in the middle of it. There you go. Ta-da! I've got things coming out my head.
It's like what is it, Ursula? Right? You've got the like Ursula wig coming off. All right, so Sheila, so this is your 18th that you've done with us, and we're in the middle of 19, and we're about to start 20. So tell me, what keeps you going? What keeps you designing all these amazing designs for us?
I just have a compulsion. So give me a piece of square paper and a pencil and I'll start drawing quilts.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
And then, and I love looking at all the new fabrics that come out.
Yes.
So this gives me a chance to play with all the new fabrics without having to buy them all myself.
Yes. We do that part. But I love like looking at a collection and after this amount of time, like I know, yes, that's going to be a PMQ collection or nope, there is no way that is going to work. We need to do something. And it's it's interesting in the fabric selection process, which we'll probably do a video on coming up here soon about how we can pick a collection that would be a fantastic fit for a PMQ.
Yeah, we've I think we've got it down a bit faster now, haven't we?
Yes. We are definitely getting better. All right, Sheila. Yeah. Okay, we've got lots of folks to come on. As always, thank you
so much to see all the other colors.
What's that now?
I can't wait to see all the others.
Oh, thank you as always for your incredible inspiration. All right, we are and have a great rest of your Veterans Day. That would be fun.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Sheila. Okay. All right, so we saw a small black pearl. Now what we're going to do is show you the Team Cotton Cuts quilts. So we had some folks on Team Cotton Cuts, so some of the designs, so we can see some larges and we'll be able to see some other colorways. So first up, Dawn did a large drift stone quilt. So this one is very, it's a very soft color palette. It's very pastel, but take a look and see if you can see the undersea creatures that Sheila was talking about. Right, so there is the large quilt. We're going to show side by side. Robin's going to get some zoom in so you guys can see it because sometimes we can't see everything on the main camera, but it's drift stone. So it's got this soft, like almost Florida key palette to it. We'll talk a little bit about the guesses that you guys submitted because like we have in the past, we let you guys submit guesses in a private Facebook group. And there were some interesting interpretations on some of the design elements here. And so I'm actually going to see if I can zoom up a little bit to show you guys the top. And we're going to zoom down so you guys can see the full length of the quilt. So Dawn from our team did this. She is an incredibly talented quilter. She's been quilting for a long time and she is amazingly talented. All right, let's see here. I'm reading the comments. Let's see here. Love to see how colorways are chosen. Love the accent. Someone was really close. Tishua said someone was really close. Okay. All right. So then our next one. Yeah, Robin, you're good. All right. Then the next one was made by Robin, our camera holder. And so Robin, as the camera holder, made a small oasis. And so here is the small oasis quilt with extra borders. Yes. Yes. With extra borders. So this is the quilt with extra borders. You can see the camera actually really pops that green, but in person you can see way more of the light blue. But this is the small oasis quilt. This one was Little House on the Prairie, right? Or was this is Anne of Green Gables? Anne of Green Gables. Thank you. This is Anne of Green Gables inspired fabric from Riley Blake. And so what you guys can't see, but maybe if Robin zooms in, those green squares have little faces on them with names and characters from the book. So you guys can see that it is truly uninspired by Anne of Green Gables fabric collection. And I love that the border that she added includes scenes from the books and quotes from the books as well. And so that was a special fabric that was part of the collection that we tucked into the border so you guys could see it. All right. Right, next up, this one's fully quilted, you guys. Cheryl is a star achiever on our team for this one. So Cheryl fully quilted her Scarlet Wreath. And so Scarlet Wreath is a Power collection. This is a large Scarlet Wreath. And so it's Christmas fabrics in this guy here. And I'm going to scroll up and down on the big screen so you guys can see. But it's all Scarlet Wreath, all Christmas fabrics, fully quilted and bound. And it's pretty. It is going to be a lovely Christmas quilt in her house. All right. All right, and our last one that we have for Team Cotton Cuts, that's an assembled quilt. Well, I'll tell you what that clarification means here in just a minute. It's going to be from Carrie. I know Karen is a name that many people know. Karen is our super stellar, as I try not to knock everything over, Ian. Carrie is our super stellar member care, and she is also a super talented quilter, and so she made a small black pearl as well. So you guys can see what this looks like. She made a small black pearl quilt as well. And so we can see what it looks like here. No big surprise. It looks the same here as it does in New Zealand. There's no magic that happens when you cross the equator. But Carrie did this. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. And it's absolutely fantastic. Was it her first quilt? Oh, this was First PMQ. I was going to say it's not her first quilt. Sorry. Paula on the sidelines. I might ask her to come in camera here in a minute. Paula is saying that this is her first puzzle mystery quilt. All right. Are we ready? Let's actually move this over to this side. Okay. And that's done. We have a special treat for you. So most of you guys that watch us pretty frequently know of the infamous Paula. Paula sits off on the side of the camera. She's the one that's always yelling at me when I'm doing things I'm not supposed to be doing and passing me Post-it notes when I forget. And so Paula is she going to come out? Oh, she's going to move the camera. Okay, so Paula is, I would say, a crafter. She's done some sewing, but she's not really a quilter. And so she's made a couple of quilts. She did a Mystery 5.0 and she's done some dabbling here or there. But what she thought we could add to the show today is for you beginners, for beginners out there that are doing their first puzzle mystery quilt or are afraid to put it together, to show you guys how this particular mystery quilt comes together, because it finishes so differently than any of the other mystery quilts we've done. And so what we have is we're going to show you a small sea bloom. This is Paula's actual quilt. This is the quilt that she made. And so what you were showing you is how this quilt is assembled to help kind of get you to the point of like, I can finish that. And so you can see with this quilt, it is assembled first in a center strip. Here, actually, I got a tool for this. Okay, so it is assembled first in a center strip, right? Of course I got a tool for this, you guys. I'm a quilter. I got a tool for everything. All right, so first it's assembled here in the center strip. And so you're going to sew these blocks together. And so fantastic. And so each one is labeled with its section name, which she has here. And so because she labeled the section names, it went together very easy. So these are pieces that are sewn together. And then she sewed this piece here on the bottom, which is the same exact piece as this piece here on the top. So once you make two of it, it goes, one goes in the lower corner and one goes in the upper opposite corner. And then you're going to do the same here. This piece here is the exact same as this piece here. And so all you have to do is make two and put it in the opposite corners of your project. And then in the top and bottom, we have these long skinny strips here and here. And then that's it. You have these nice big chunks and you get to stitch them together. And so I'm assuming you stitch the top together, the bottom together, and you attach it to the middle. Right? It goes together so easily. And it is very different than how Sheila has designed this previously. And she likes to keep us guessing. She likes to keep us on our toes. And so she likes to keep us guessing. She likes to keep us on our toes. And so by not doing a center medallion, where you start with the center shape and you add rows all around it, like a lot of the previous PMQs, she kept a lot of people guessing. And so we love that not only is it a beautiful design and beautiful quilts, but the assembly is always different every time. And so it's a completely different experience every time you do it. So that is Paula's Sea Bloom. Hang on. My points stick together so easily. Oh, okay. So really, she should be up here, right? So she wants me to tell you that her points came together so easily and that she's very pleased with her stitching on this because everything was pre-cut and she was consistent when she sewed. And so everything ironed together very nicely. And so Robin is getting a close-up of all this. Okay, Mom, did I miss anything? Have I covered sufficiently your quilt? One of these days, she's going to come in front of the camera.
As a first timer, I highly recommend.
As a first timer, she highly recommends. It's very addictive. I am sure there's lots of people here that can definitely relate to that feeling. Let's see here. Yana is in the chat and she is an expert PMQer. She guesses and she gets it right almost every time. And she says finding that center has been tough because this design was assembled differently. And so knowing which parts to rotate to make the center was challenging. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone that's joining us. All right. Now we get to the fun things. We get to talk to other people that have made these quilts as well. And so we are going to start with Sean. Sean is the guy who sews. Hi,
G'day.
Sean. How are you?
Doing well. Happy Anzac Day to those in Australia and New Zealand, as Sheila said earlier.
Yes, happy Anzac Day. All right, Sean, tell us, give me the background, give me this feel. What number PMQ is this? What colorway did you choose? Give me the whole, how you picked your colorway.
Okay, I can't remember. It's either 7 or 8 for me. I can't remember if this is number 8 that I'm finishing and the new one's number 9 or vice versa. I did a small Medusa, which was the purple batiks, and this was one that Ian actually picked for me. So we gave ourselves a challenge, and some of us picked for others. And yeah, I got the purple batik, and it turned out really nicely. So are you ready to see it?
Sure. I know
Okay.
everyone on this watching, we want to drag it out as long as possible though. So Sean, what did you like most about this design compared to the others you've done?
It was constructed differently. I liked how the center strip was done first, that you just showed a few minutes ago, and then the other sections. It seemed like it went together a whole lot quicker than it has in the past for some reason. I mean, it's the same number of pieces, but it just seemed to go together very quickly. It was a very seamless operation. I think it may have taken me maybe 2 hours. It didn't take very long at all to put together.
That's awesome. So we're doing some puzzle mystery quilts for the retreats. And by the time you start in the center and you start sewing on those rows all around, pretty soon you're sewing these really long seams. And I'm like, oh, my bobbin ran out again. And you have another long seam and oh, my bobbin ran out again. So I think it's a valid point with the way that this design is constructed, that it goes together so quickly.
Yeah, you didn't have those super long seams. The longest seam I had would have been the width of the thing on, from the center, and I thought that was really good. So yeah, that would definitely be what I enjoyed most about assembling it.
Fantastic. All right, now we can show your fabric, Sean, which
I didn't want to get
on brand for you. Like that's amazing.
So it's hard for me to show the whole thing in this one little space, but that kind of gives you an idea. I will have a video coming out afterwards, so you get to see photos of it and that sort of thing there, and so that as well. So come over and check it out afterwards as well if you want to see more details.
Yeah. Okay, so Sean, where can people check it out?
So I am on YouTube as the guy who sews, and then I also have a small presence on Instagram at the guy who sews as well.
All right, so my boss over here is asking me if you can show it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
He says. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that it has like a braid twist through the middle. That's really lovely.
It is. It's got a lot of contrast in it, which is something I enjoy. Like I really do like the colorways that have more contrast, because you can really see the design so much easier than the ones that have more of the same color. So it was really nice with the purple batiks this time that you had a wide variety, the dark purple, the light purple, a few pinks thrown into the mix as well. So I think it turned out really nicely.
I love it. All right, so Paula keeps talking. Can you just tell Paula to stop? Like she's just like going over here. I just want to talk to you. So
put your husband ears on.
What's that now?
Turn your husband ears on.
Just tune him out, right? My husband was here this morning, so just do that. Okay. So Sean, what would you tell anyone who's on the fence about whether or not to try a puzzle mystery quilt?
I tell you just to go ahead and give it a try, and just trust the process, because you may find that you do clue 1 and clue 2 and you're like, I don't know about this, but just trust it. The Cotton Cuts team have done a wonderful job picking these out. My first puzzle mystery quilt, I was not sure about it until I assembled clue 10, and then I put it together. I looked at it and I said, this is fantastic, and I've been hooked ever since. So yeah, just give it a go, give it a try. Start with a small if you want. If you don't want to do the large, the small one's nice and easy to manage. It's a wonderful lap size quilt that you can use later on. That's quite manageable to do. It only takes 30 to 45 minutes per month with a small. So yeah, and it's suitable for beginners. Robin, I think in your team, has made one of these as one of her first projects. I've seen a lot of other people that have done this as complete beginners. You don't have to cut anything, so you can just get it out. And it's nice having the mystery too, because it's kind of like a mystery novel where you think you know the answer, but then Sheila put the twist into it and you go down a different direction.
So we talked yesterday in the live show about different types of mysteries, right? And some of the fabric mysteries have novels written with them. But for you, you're saying that the actual sewing is the novel, and it's a twist and a turn, and it's not until the reveal where you get to see it all come together. I love that.
Yeah, because sometimes you think this is part of a star or this is part of this, and then you get to clue 10 that's something totally different. Like the last one, I think I figured out pretty easily. This one, I had no idea.
Oh, yay. That warms my heart. I love it. So I feel like that's the part that's going to keep you coming back, is like, can I figure it out? Yes. Oh, I love it.
It's nice. It's nice having that mystery and just letting someone else do all the hard work, and all I have to do is put needle to thread.
Yes.
Needle, like thread the fabric, basically.
Awesome. Well, as always, Sean, we love your support. We love your videos. We love your content. We love everything that you're doing for Cotton Cuts, and we love seeing your finished projects come together.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you again real soon.
We will see you, Sean.
Thank
Have a good rest of your day.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye. Okay. All right. So is Andrea next? Okay. Sorry. What? Oh, sorry. Okay. So we're moving some things around. And I'm going to tell you, we've had to do some reshuffling of some of the content because we have some people that are furiously still sewing their quilts together. And so when you see it, it might still be hot from running through the sewing machine. So I'm not going to tell you who, but just think we are going a little bit in a different direction. So we're going to start with Alanda Craft. So Alanda has sewn, Wanda from Alanda Craft has shown a large shipwreck quilt. And so I've seen in comments people talking about wanting to see shipwrecked. Well, you get to see it now. So what we have is we have a video with Wanda. She pre-recorded, right? So sometimes we can get people live, but it is a Friday in the middle of the day and people have jobs. And so if we can get a video and they can talk about their process, then we definitely love that. So with that, Paula, we are ready.
This is Wanda from Alanda Craft, and I'm here again this year to reveal our completed Under the Sea Puzzle Mystery Quilt. Now, we took part in the Wild West Mystery Quilt last year and really enjoyed the whole process, and I absolutely loved how it turned out. So I was quite excited to see how this one would come together. Of course, with a mystery quilt, you don't really know what you're making until the very end, which is all part of the fun. Now, one of my favourite things about these quilts is choosing the fabric range. They're always beautifully coordinated. And I love that you don't have to worry about choosing fabrics that go together. This time we went with Shipwrecked, although Oasis was a very close second. Now, everything arrives pre-cut, which is great as I can skip straight past the measuring and cutting and get right into the sewing, which of course is the fun part. When the monthly clue arrived, all I needed to do was unpack the pieces and sort them into colours. I like how precisely the pieces are cut, so I found that everything lined up perfectly. Even the triangles were trimmed to make it easier to match up points and give a nice clean finish to the blocks, which I think is super important. And then I just followed the clue to sew the pieces together. Then everything went back into the bag, just waiting for the final month when it all came together. So here is my finished quilt, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. You can see here that for the backing we chose a black tone-on-tone fabric, which I think works really well with the front. Now, you may remember that last year we quilted our project on our embroidery machine, which was an epic undertaking, so this time we decided to have it professionally quilted. So a big thank you to Paula from quiltingmagic.com.au, who did such a beautiful job. She helped us to choose a pattern and thread that suited the fabric, and I love how it turned out. And a big thank you to Cotton Cuts for inviting us to take part once again. It's been such a fun experience, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how everyone else's quilts turned out in the different colourways.
Okay, sorry, intermission. Oh my gosh, so I love Wanda's video so much, you guys. That was it just makes my heart happy. And I want to share with you guys, so she did Shipwrecked. Shipwrecked is an exceptionally divisive colorway here at Cotton Cuts headquarters. We have people that really love Shipwrecked, and we have people that really don't necessarily love Shipwrecked. It is definitely an acquired taste, but I think looking at that finished quilt, it doesn't matter if you like the fabrics or not, you can still appreciate it's a very cool design in a beautiful fabric, and those colors came together so nicely. It is so fantastic, and I think that's one of my biggest ahas over all the years I've been doing it is I don't always pick collections that I like, but when I see the finished quilt, I don't think I've ever seen a finished quilt and been like, nah, that doesn't work. It always works. And so I think oftentimes people stress and agonize over their fabric choices, but it's always going to work because we have to trust the process. All right. Fantastic. Let's see here. So Majestic is saying the same thing. I wasn't a huge fan of the fabrics, but put it together. It looks amazing. Yes. And so the ginger quilter, the quilting ginger, that's another thing. Like once you see them together, some of these colors pop differently. And so when we looked at Paula's Sea Bloom, and we saw the finished colorways, and again, a divisive colorway. Not everyone liked the bright colors, and some people really loved it. It's way more pink. And so in the finished design, it looks so great. Trusting the process is truly kind of going to get you to the finish line. All right. Are you ready for Andrea? Okay, so next up, we're going to do Andrea from Arkansas Gals. Hello, Andrea. How are you?
Good. How are you?
It's Andrea plus a guest today.
Yes.
He's like always there. Your cat is always like, I think he was laying on the cat last time.
Yeah.
Laying on the cat. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just got back from the quilt show,
Andrea.
so he's being very, very clingy.
Oh,
He
so
missed
tell us,
his
Andrea,
mama.
what's that?
He missed his mama.
Oh my goodness. So tell me, Andrea, did you get your sewing done?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So tell us what colorway you did, how you picked your colorway, how you got to where you are.
I picked the little, I want to say Little House on the Prairie too. I always get it mixed up. Anne of Green Gables from Riley. Oasis. Large.
Oasis, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you did the large version. So we've already seen the small.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get to the large. Yes,
Yeah.
small books. Yes, yeah. Okay, yes.
Yeah, Sheila had the small one up. Yep.
Yes. All right, so you're doing Oasis. So tell me, how did you pick this? Why did you pick this fabric? How'd you pick this fabric?
Well, I love Anne of Green Gables, first and foremost. I've read it many, many times, every book in the series. And then the beautiful blue and green are just so pretty together.
Yes, that's one when we were cutting it, we're like, this is so soft and serene, right? A lot of people picked Oasis, so you were in very good company, but it was very soft and serene every time you were cutting it, and we cut a lot of it.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Do you want to show us, Andrea, what it looks like? Show us the finished
Sure. I'm going to flip my camera around so I got it on the ground. So hold, please.
Hold, please. Operators are standing by with your finished quilts. You will be shown in the order in which you fall in.
Camera. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there it
What
is.
happened? What? Take me off. Yeah.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Put me back on. All right. That looks amazing, Andrea. Sorry, we had to take.
I lost the volume.
But that looks amazing. That green and the green. So again, I don't see the green. So all I see are blue in your lovely quilt, and it looks amazing.
I've lost volume.
Oh no. Okay. All right. So let's see. How can we find Andrea? Let me see if I can do this.
Let's flip you again.
All right. So I think Andrea, the best place to find Andrea is on YouTube. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Ouch. So the best place to find Andrea is on YouTube at Arkansas Gals. She is also on Instagram more than on Facebook. She has an incredible following. I know she does weekly shows. She does a lot of live shows.
Can I come out and come back in?
Let's see. Can we message her and let her know? All right. Hold on 1 second.
Let me go out and come back in.
Okay. Andrea has been an ambassador for Cotton Cuts for how many, Robin? Are we on like what, 8 or 9 for Andrea as well? Arkansas Gal? Yes. And Andrea has been a fantastic supporter of Cotton Cuts. She has subscribed to many of our projects, our Gnome project. She has sewn along with our Tim Holtz project. She has been, she uses our Chroma thread because she does so much sewing. She needed to make sure she had a Chroma membership. Let's see here. She's coming back in. So hopefully we'll be able to hear her because she is just a force to behold. She is very lovely. Hello, there you are again.
Hey, sorry. The volume went completely out. So
it's all right. No, I was totally sharing how to find you, how long you've been an ambassador with us, all the projects you've done with us. And so I think my one question that I think we have left, I've been able to way back.
I've done 10, right? I was trying to.
I looked at Robin. I think we said 8, 9, 10-ish. Yeah.
I think we're at number 10.
Yes. Woohoo. All right. So my one last question is, what tip or advice would you give someone who is considering diving into the puzzle mystery quilt?
They should totally do it. It makes it so easy when it's pre-cut like that. I credit y'all with me getting back my sojo again because there for about 6 months I wasn't sewing anything. And when it got me back to the machine it was pre-cut. And I was like, okay, no, I can knock this out real quick. Just getting there is half the battle. So once you start, you don't stop. And it's so beginner friendly. It's a great way to learn as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, Andrea, that warms my heart. I know that a lot of times we get overwhelmed with quilting and sewing. And for whatever reason, life gets busy and it takes us away. And we have this guilt because we see our sewing machine and our projects. And that guilt can prohibit us from getting back to it. But I love that it helped you as a gateway back to your sewing machine.
It really did. 100%. So I'm very thankful.
Yahoo! All right. Well, that was fantastic. Thank you so much, Andrea, as always, for your support. You are like the best Cotton Cuts champion, cheerleader. I'll use the word cheerleader. You're the best Cotton Cuts cheerleader. We love you. You have been absolutely fantastic and amazing. Thank you so much, Andrea.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
We'll see you soon. Okay. All right. So next up, we have another video from Danell Stitchery. So Danell did a small Lunatide. Now, just like Oasis, I know there's a lot of you that did Lunatide, so I'm so glad we get to show you what a Lunatide looks like done. So with that, we're going to turn it over to the video and see the Lunatide.
Hey guys, Danell Stitchery here, and I know it's a completely different view than what you guys are used to seeing if you ever watch my channel, which is Danell's Stitchery. So the Cotton Cuts colorway that I had this time is Lunatide, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I love the fabrics. The fabrics are amazing to work with. The colors are so beautiful and vibrant and bright and happy-go-lucky, which, I mean, come on, it's Tula Pink. Hello. Of course it's going to be gorgeous. But I loved every ounce of putting this together. And I did have a few mishaps along the way. Unfortunately, one I did not find until after I got it quilted up. But I loved every ounce of this. This was just so much fun to do and just to bring it to life. And I would have never imagined it coming out the way it did. And personally, I would have never picked these some of these fabrics to go together, but it's so pretty in the end. I love it. And I know it's all from the same collection, but still, my brain doesn't work exactly the same as everybody else's salt and everything, as well as a lot of people's. So, but so my very first ever colorway was Tree of Life, which was about four, if I'm not mistaken, four colorways ago. And I've loved every single one of them. Tree of Life was my very first one. It's the only one I've done in batiks. The next two was Dusty Rose, and so I got the boxes over here, Rose Finch, which were both two very similar type of color schemes. But this in here, it actually brought me a little bit more out of what I would normally go for. But I fell in love with it and it called out to me. And it didn't help. I mean, it didn't hurt any that Luna Tide also began with the first name of my little baby girl, Luna, my little over a year-old baby puppy. Not so much of a puppy anymore because she's a small dog. But anywho, I'm swerving off a topic. So I'm going to show you guys my quilt. I did the small and I absolutely loved it. And instead of choosing the background that they were doing for it, I decided to take it on my own little spin. I put mine together as Quilt As You Go. So I'll talk more about that in just a second as I turn you guys around. Let me switch you guys over here. So there is my quilt. And here is all of it. Sorry, I'm trying to move this slowly for you guys. I don't have a lot of room in here to work with for showcasing quilts and everything, but I absolutely love it. I love how the teal is highlighted. The teal and the light pink is so highlighted around all the darker purple, and then the accent is like the lighter purple. These fabrics are all so gorgeous to work with. I had zero problems with like any fraying or anything like that. It's just absolutely amazing to work with. And I actually got them all quilted. So I can't exactly bring you up too close and everything because I don't want to get you guys motion sick. But the quilting, I actually went around. So the quilting, I actually went around inside and outside of every seam is how I did my quilting. And then here is the fabric that I used for the backing. It's like almost like a clamshell or a mermaid. It gave me off like mermaid type of feels to it. So I did that, and I didn't really care about which orientation that they were going to be facing. So let me see here. Get a better view of it from over here. And then I did the tulip pink fairy dust going around the borders that we had to put on for the last thing. I absolutely love this. This was such a fun one to put together, and I love the colors. I mean, the colors is my thing. Pink, purple, and teal. I love those colors. Now, one tip or trick that I could really actually suggest is pay attention when you are putting them together. Pay very close attention because there can be mishaps. As I said, that I had one block that I got oopsies in, and I didn't realize it until I had this quilted. So I was like, at that point, I already had it quilted, all put together and everything. It wasn't until after I had this all done. I still got to put the binding on, But it wasn't until I had it all done and hanging up on the wall behind me, admiring it. I was like, oops. And that is right here. This flying geese should have been flipped around the other way around to be star legs. So this should have been a star right in dead center, with the light green and the light pink being the legs and the forepatch being the center of the star. So I got that flying geese upside down. My oopsies. But I was like, you know, I'm not taking the entire quilt apart so I can fix it, because that's more work than what I really feel like doing or had time to do in order to have this done in time. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful day. If you're not subscribed to my channel. Okay, so I'm assuming that her channel is Danell Stitchery, and so I know she's in the chat. So Danell, just go ahead and put how people can find you if they want to learn more about your process. So I love Quilt As You Go. And so Danell was talking about quilting as she go when she assembled it. So unlike the piecing that you would traditionally do, quilting as you go, I've known a lot of people that have done puzzle mystery quilts that way. So not only has Danell done it, but Toby Knits on Facebook has done it as well. So if you're interested in quilting as you go, if you have a smaller space or you don't necessarily want to have to use a long armor, quilting as you go for a puzzle mystery quilt is a technique that has been used before and been used successfully. So I have no doubt Danell can show you how to do it. And I have to tell you, Danell, you did a quilter thing. Here's a mistake, and here's how I flipped a piece upside down. But at the same time, like, you had to show it to me. I've seen this quilt a lot, and I didn't see it. And so make sure that we're not being too hard on ourselves. And I love what you said, Danell, about, you know, give yourself grace. Like, you have more important things to do with your life than tear it completely apart and put it back together. And so if you make a mistake, it's absolutely okay. When that quilt is like around someone's body on a couch, nobody is going to point out that this little piece was supposed to be a star, because they're not going to even know that it's true. It's functional and it's beautiful, and that's its primary purpose, not necessarily to be absolutely accurate and perfect. All right, let's see here. So Danell is saying her channel is Danell Stitchery. So yes, that is absolutely lovely. And as always, Danell, thank you so much for your support. All right, we're going to come next to, one of my favorites. All right, Amber from So Majestic is next. And I think she's with us live. Your quilt, your rules, your way. I love that. All right, hello, there she is. Oh, and there's the quilt. Woo. All right, so Amber, so you have to tell us. So this is Davy Jones's locker, if I'm saying it correctly, yes?
It is. It's in the large size. I'm so excited about it. And I keep like staring at it through the camera because it looks so different on the camera than when I turn around and look at it. In person, the fabrics really blend, but on the camera, I'm like, wow, I really see the pattern, and now I can see the oranges and the beige, and it's so interesting to me to see all the different colorways and what pops out.
Yes. And I mean, that's one of those that you pick a colorway and you have to trust the process and know that just because I see yours doesn't mean that the design features on mine are going to pop in the same way, because some of the colors, the lighter goes into the back and some it comes to the front, and it's just, they're also different.
Yes.
Like, we've seen how many quilts and they all look so different.
Yes. And even on the instructions, I forgot what letter it was, but one of them is actually darker in the instructions, but mine was lighter. So as I'm putting it together, I was checking like over and over, because I'm like, I kept messing it up in my brain, but I think it's together fine. It looks great. So hope so.
Okay, so it looks more than great. It looks fantastic.
Everything's
in the right place from my view, and so fantastic and great. And I love how, so in some of the designs, right, that those center across kind of woven pieces really pop, but at least on camera, for me, I see more of the outside on yours. Like, it's just a very different perspective, right?
Yes, I pulled out my Oops kit, and I'll show you the fabrics a little bit up close. Like, they're very detailed fabrics. So they kind of blend together. And like you're saying, that centerpiece really does, but the lighter colors really are popping through the camera, and I'm loving it. I really enjoyed the whole process. This was my #1 choice of colorway, and it was chosen for me. So I felt like it was meant to be.
Who chose it for you?
I believe, I want to say, was it Crystal maybe?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I think so. I think that's who it was.
Okay, so now my memory's coming back. We had the big show, and we like revealed what colorways.
Yes. So I'm very happy.
Okay, so this was Art Gallery, right? So had you sewn with Art Gallery fabrics before? Because it's a little different, right? And so I know some people might be afraid because it's different. So tell us about that experience.
So it's my first time. I didn't know that they were considered different. I didn't have any trouble with them. I tried to, well, this one was chosen for me, but I also tried to like kind of push myself each way. So the last quilt for Flyway, I had batiks. So it was just like a little bit different that, you know, now they felt a little bit thinner, but I didn't have trouble with fraying or slipping or anything. It felt very similar to other designers that I've sewn with. So,
okay, good.
Yeah, it worked out well.
That is reassuring. So if you aren't concerned at all about art gallery because you've heard it's terrible or it's fray, don't worry about it. Just do it. Just try it. You'll figure it out.
Try it, because I had no idea, and that I would never have ever said that because I did not experience it. I also think maybe the die cutting helps though, because it's just so perfectly cut. So maybe it's different if you're cutting it yourself, but with having the pre-cuts, it was phenomenal.
Yahoo! All right, so Amber, tell us, what is one tip or trick you would give to someone who's considering joining the Puzzle Mystery Quilt?
I would say go with it and join. I learned to quilt through a Puzzle Mystery Quilt back in 2021. My first ever quilt was through Sparkle and Shine. I did a small. So you were my gateway to quilting, and I'm just so proud to be an ambassador now, from going from literally teaching myself to sew to learning to quilt with you all, and now hopefully inspiring other people to pick it up and give it a chance. So I
love that. So Amber, you are as always very, very charming. Tell us, how can people find you afterwards to see your process and all the fantastic things you're doing?
Sure. I'm on all of the social medias under So Majestic. I have TikTok, Instagram, a Facebook group, a YouTube channel. So whatever your preference is of social media, you can find me on there.
Then you must be a super busy lady, because we are in all those places and it takes us a ton of work. So yes, that's
I try to be able to create a video or post in a form that I could use across all of them. That would be my tip if you're trying to do that.
Love it. Thank you so much, Amber. As always, the quilt looks amazing. You did a fantastic job, and we appreciate your support.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see the rest of them. Enjoy the rest of your day.
We got some fun ones coming up.
Yes.
All right. All right, thank you, Amber. Bye. Okay, so next up, we're gonna do Leicia quilting it. So Leicia did a sea bloom. So we've already seen the small sea bloom. So now we're gonna see Leicia do a large sea bloom. And this is pre-recorded, she has to work, so it's totally cool. And here we go, Paula.
And I'm an ambassador with Cotton Cuts, and today is reveal day for their Under the Sea Puzzle Mystery Quilt. This is the first quilt that I've done with them, and one of my favorite things is having everything pre-cut, and these patterns were really easy to follow, labeled, which is actually my tip that I've shared in another video, is to label each of the individual blocks, and like that, so that when I went and laid the quilt out, it was so much easier to know which block went where. So definitely do that. But having it all pre-cut, so good. Okay, are you ready? Here is the pattern. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. Okay, before I show you my quilt, I looked through my stash and was able to find these fabrics, which I think will go so great as the backing. I'll have to strip piece them, but that's okay. And I'm going to quilt my Taj Mahal Echoed Panto on this, which I think will create such beautiful texture. Okay, here's my quilt. I'm excited for you to sew yours together, and please join us for the next one.
Oh my gosh. So I love, hey, that was super cute when she held it up. And I love when you see quilts against a backlight and they look like stained glass. And in hers, Sea Bloom, like I feel like the name just tells me like there's a giant flower in the middle. It looks so amazing. Thank you so much, Leicia. I appreciate you guys, you sewing that together for us. How cute, how adorable. I can't wait to see how you strip your pieces from your fabric together, because they look like they're going to be amazing with the finished design. All right, so next up, I just saw a question. We were asked about Marina, and so Marina is actually our next video. This comes to us from Andy from True Blue Quilts, which makes sense because Marina is blue fabrics and blue batiks, and so I want to hear what Andy has to say about her experience for Marina, and it's a size small. All right.
Hi, I'm Andy Stanfield from True Blue Quilts, and I'm so excited to show you my Under the Sea puzzle mystery quilt. This was a fantastic event. I enjoy every Cotton Cuts quilt that I make, and I have been quilting along with Cotton Cuts for the last couple of years. I actually started with the Floral States of America project, and Under the Sea is actually my third puzzle mystery quilt, and I've got number 4, Field of Dreamers, in the works. And I really, really, really love this fun community of quilters. And the tip that I have for people participating in the puzzle mystery quilt is to use your booklet of fabrics, your fabric swatch little page, and give each of those fabrics a name. It helps me to remember which pieces I am using, such as the dark florals that we had, or the teal watercolor. That was how I remembered. And Team Marina actually had a very difficult time because 2 of the light fabrics were so close. So I named one what was the white dots, and then the other one was the greenish dots. So that helped me distinguish between those 2 very similar fabrics. So if you just come up with a nickname for each fabric, it helps you keep all the pieces in the right place. So enjoy your Under the Sea experience.
Oh my gosh, Andy, that quilt it's true blue. It is blue. And so you're the first person that I've ever heard with the tip on naming your fabrics, giving them nicknames, if you will. I actually really like that tip. It kind of helps you. It's like, hey, it's the one with, hey, it's this over here, and that'll help keep you clear. And you're also right. We were keeping you tricky in the Marina side of the house. We had 2 prints that were relatively close together, but they look different in the quilt. And so we ran with it, and that quilt looks stunning and amazing. And I think if you watch the video again and you freeze on Andy, you can see there's definitely a sea creature lurking in the middle of her quilt. I love, 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 love it. All right, we have one more video before we get to everyone's favorite, Ian. He has another surprise for us. So you guys are going to definitely want to stay to see his big reveal. It's always fun. Things might fall down or we might laugh. There might be funny costumes. You guys are just going to have to hang out with us to find out. But before we get to Ian, we have Leanne from Pastry Queen Farm Adventures is going to be doing a small Atlantis. Now, Atlantis was the biggest colorway of all of them. The most people did Atlantis. We cut a lot of K-facet fabrics. And so I cannot wait to see Leanne's finished quilt. So here we go, Paula.
Cotton Cuts. And this is my 3rd quilt that I've done with them. I am so excited to unveil this. I love K fabric, as you know if you follow me on my channel. So this is the unveiling of mine. I have the small size of Atlantis. I'm going to span the camera here. This is so much fun to do this time around. I really love how it flows and goes around. Now, you know what? I wasn't fast enough. You have to be fast when it's PMQ sign up times because you miss out on the optional borders and the backing. And the last other 2, I was able to order them, but I wasn't able to order them for this one. So guess what? I had to be creative. And so what I did is, let me show you what I did. They give you binding, and I went ahead and used that binding fabric and put a 2.5 inch like little border, additional border. Let me just show you here, like an additional 2.5 inch border. And then you know what I did for the back? I had some fun fabric, all cape. Let me show you. Yes, I had a cape
fat quarter bundle of all the blues that he has. And what I did was I went ahead and did 3x4. So I did a 3x4 grid of fat quarters, and I stitched that up for my back. And then what I did was, since I used my binding for here, I just went ahead and did a little scrappy border from the leftovers that I had. And that is how I finished off my PMQ. But I am so, so happy to unveil it. Let me tell you, very easy. Comes every month in a little envelope, or if you buy the whole thing, you get it all in one big box. You pull it out. You get about a half hour, 45 minutes. You can definitely get it done. I do them on my lives and my morning lives, and if I can't, sometimes I will have a standalone video. So if you're behind on anything, go over to my lives and you'll see me sewing this up. I'm also will be uploading some Clue 10 and some finishing tips and tricks of this. And I got to tell you, I am currently sewing Fairy Tale for the Field of Dreamers. So I am so excited to continue that. And let me tell you one other thing. Let's say you like to go on a lot of adventures like I do. You just pop that clue right in your luggage and you travel with your featherweight like I do. It's simple. I, in the airport, can whip a clue up while I'm waiting between my flights. That's how simple this is. They have everything pre-cut for you and very simple. So let me tell you, it has been such a game changer to just have something to go on the go. So this is my, again, my unveiling of Atlantis, Under the Sea. And I hope to see you all soon for the next unveiling of Field of Dreamers and Fairy Tale. But here you go. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe to both Cotton Cuts and I and all the other ambassadors that are here. And thank you, Cotton Cuts, for a wonderful opportunity. Bye.
Yay, we love Leanna. And that quilt, like, we sold so much. And I'm saying that because there's a lot of people that quilts are going to look like that. And when I think of Under the Sea and a quilt design, it's going to look like that. And it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be a showstopper. And if you keep it, if you gift it, if whoever owns that quilt is going to love it at the end of the day. The blues look amazing together. And she did a fantastic job, as always. Leanna sewing the puzzle mystery quilts. All right. Now here we are. We have our last ambassador for today. And so we are going to be joining the lovely Ian, who is joining us live. Ian is somewhere still there. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Back again.
Hello, how are you, Kim?
Oh, fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I've been swimming around all day. My tail is so tired.
I know. I went for a swim this morning. I had all that facial hair. I had to get rid of it. It was so darn hot, right?
Yes, it's so hot right now. I am burning up.
All right, Ian. So tell us what colorway you picked, what colorway you did. Give us all the good stuff. Yeah. Oh, someone's saying you look buff. So you look very swole. Yeah. Underwater swole.
Right. Exactly. Well,
right,
I had Triton. Triton was picked for me because it's not one that I would pick, but I worked on Triton, and this is my 13th puzzle mystery quilt. Lucky number 13.
Right. Lucky number 13. So tell me, so you did pick Triton. That if I was to pick like a colorway out of a hat for you, that's not one of the ones I would pick. So tell me about the process you went through to make this creation.
I just took each month by month, and I have to say, although I wasn't the biggest fan putting the clues together, it's not terrible. It's not my favorite, but it's also one that's not one that I wouldn't have. Does that make sense?
Okay. It's not wouldn't. Okay, so it is one you would have. Yes.
Yeah,
you would keep it. Yeah, kind of. So you don't normally do batiks either. So talk about that process. As someone who's traditionally uses cottons to have sewn in a batik, tell us how that was a little different for you.
It's a different texture. If you haven't sewn with batiks before, it's a little bit of a different texture, but they're really crisp. I guess that's the best way to put it, is they're very crisp to sew together, and they went together very well. So if anybody's afraid of batiks, like, this would be a great way to try them out.
Yes, and especially when it's all pre-cut for you, they're going to hold their shape. The batiks, I like how they sew in a puzzle mystery quilt fashion, because you can chain piece those, and they iron and they hold their press. So what you sew in clue 1, you don't necessarily have to repress at the end, because it still has its press that you gave it. All right. So there's actually the quilting ginger is betting that your stand falls over.
I hope not. Everybody cross your fingers that it does not.
I hope not. Okay, so Ian, would you like to reveal the grand Triton display? I think it's going to look a lot like your outfit, by the way. So
we'll see. We'll see. Oh, Kim, I think there's a storm coming.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Where's what? Oh no! Everyone, seek shelter. Take cover. There's a storm going at sea. Watch out! Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship! Here. We have a storm going here too. It's a storm. It's a storm everywhere. It's a storm. You guys can see what's going on. Oh my gosh, Ian, come on, reveal the quilt faster, Ian, reveal the quilt faster. This storm, it's getting pretty dangerous out here. It's probably a level I don't even know. Quilt, storm. Oh no, get off the beach. Stay out of the water. Stay out of the water. Stay out of the water, everybody. Oh my gosh, now it's really deep where we're at. This is crazy. Ian, this is really long too. Come on, you gotta stop. Come on, dude. Ian, show the quilt already. Come on, buddy. Here, oh no, we're drowning. Now we just got struck by lightning. Okay. I'm over here drowning, and he's just keeps showing his fabrics. Yes. Okay. What's Stormy Sea? I don't know what Stormy Sea is. Okay. Anyways. Okay. We're done. All right. I'm gonna turn quilts right now. Okay.
Introducing Stormy Sea. Now, before you get too excited, Kim, really quickly, I had to write this down because I didn't want to forget anything. For the past 10 months, I've been carefully piecing together every clue using fabric from my friends at Northcott. They gave me some glisten from Patrick Luce. Now, 10 months ago, I took a shot in the dark choosing colors from that collection, and I'm honestly proud of how it turned out. Feel like I landed on the perfect combination for my very own colorway. I do have my original colorway, Kim, don't worry, but I wanted to show this one off first.
That is beautiful and lovely. And I love how the yellow that they gave you like highlights the circular elements in the corner very nicely. Yes.
Yeah. And I added on my own, I designed my own borders to kind of highlight the quilt. And I really like how it pulls the design out even further and makes it really my own design.
Yeah, I love that. Now, do you have Triton? Or am I going to have to go through a whole nother sea change?
No, I have Triton right over here for you.
The last one. I'm just saying, I ran out of oxygen like an hour earlier.
Right.
Oh my gosh, look at that one. What? Oh, that's even better though. Look at that one. So I know that it's not your favorite, and I know those colors hurt you, and I know that you persevered and you still made it to the end. And I love you for that, Ian. I love that for you. It still looks lovely.
It does. I took it out in the sun to get some glamour shots of it, and it looks really, really pretty out in the sun. It does have some beautiful colors in it. A very fall quilt, lots of fall colors.
Yes. Yeah. It still looks amazing. Yeah. I think it looks great.
Yep, absolutely. So these are my two quilts. I love them. This is definitely one of my favorites that I've done.
And so the comment from let's see here, so majestic. So you can see the checkerboard like the best in your two quilts, in both of them. You can see the checkerboard, and it definitely pops in the borders. I think more than anyone else that we've seen today, which just gets to the fabric choice.
But I love that it's not distracting. The checkerboard is really fun, but it also is kind of a good background element to really pop out the centers and the borders.
Because it almost looks like the bottom of a pool, right? It's got the shimmering of like the bottom of a pool, bottom of the ocean. It's got that element to it. And so that's definitely what you see. So that's fantastic.
Yep, definitely.
Right.
Now,
Ian, I love that you, go ahead.
One more thing really quickly. I've been actually hiding Easter eggs in videos for 10 months that I've been up to something. And at 4 p.m. today, a video is going to come out over on my channel revealing all of those Easter eggs.
I know for those of you, and I know we've got folks that like mysteries. I know we have folks that like to follow the Easter eggs and go back and be like, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? Well, here it is. So I love, Ian, that you use the mystery quilt as a starting point, right? That you were able to kind of leverage it and make it into your own design. We have people all the time that are like, I love it, but I want to change this, or I want to do this differently. And yes, do that. You have the instructions. Do it, do it, do it. All right.
Make it your own. Make it your own. This was a great jumping off point. And like I said, designing the borders was really fun because I wanted an element that reflected what was in the quilt. So that checkerboard pattern really stood out to me. And I thought, how can I pull that? And these triangles too, the chevrons really spoke to me. I was like, how can I pull that out into the borders? So that's why I went with the design and the borders as well.
Fantastic. All right. So as just being you said 13, yeah? 13?
13.
As lucky 13, what advice would you give to anyone trying in process or moving through the PMQ process?
You know, it's really, first of all, make sure that you jump on your colorway as soon as possible, because even though it's not my favorite, you know, I still love it. And even if you don't get your favorite colorway, the one that you are really hoping for, you still end up with a nice quilt. This is going to be a great gift or something that I'll be able to give to someone. So you'll be able to get a wonderful quilt at the end of it. And just be careful with your clues. Like make sure that I had to go back on clue 5. I realized that I had transversed something completely different than what the clue was. So I had to go back to clue 5 at the very end and work on updating it so that way it matched what was actually supposed to be there.
That's okay. It happens to all of us, right? And it's one of those, your final layout, you're looking and you're like, how could I have been so stupid? How did I split those triangles? Or how did I, like, the strip and the square, the scoop and like, how did you possibly mix that up? For sure.
It happened.
Yeah. It happens. But then that's why we have seam rippers. And that's why we check and double check before we piece it all together. And even if it makes it through to the final design like it did for Danell, you just keep going because it's still all beautiful and amazing.
No one's going to be able to tell the difference.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, as always, Ian, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate everything you do for us here at Cotton Cuts. We love that you've made 13 beautiful quilts with us and now an optional 14th. It is awesome and amazing. You are doing fantastic things. Go ahead and check out what's that? So don't forget, check out Off Kilter Crafter Ian on all of the social channels. And he's got a fantastic podcast and he's doing cruises with all sorts of crazy people. So make sure you're following and keeping up with all things going on in Ian's world.
Yep.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you as always, Ian. And we will see you soon. Bye. Okay. All right, everyone. So that's it. So those are all the quilts we're going to show. And I know what's that? Yes. All right. Yes. Come on now. Dude. I swear, I got to put the husband, like the muffs on because Jiminy crickety person. Okay. So that's all of the quilts we're going to show you guys today. And so I now have got people seeing questions about, will we show this colorway? Will they see this colorway? We'll see the size. So we can't do them all, you guys. That's a lot of quilts. And we want this show to be less than 16 hours. So what I'm encouraging you to do is join the Facebook group or follow our social media channels. And you'll see other quilts coming together that other people are putting together. Join the sew-in tomorrow. And I bet you will probably see at least one of each colorway. 10 to 2 tomorrow. Robin will be posting. You guys are going to get to see lots of different colorways come together. And it's interesting. All of us watched all these videos, ding, 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 ding. And it wasn't until the last one that we saw this checkerboard element all of a sudden pop out. So maybe one of the colorways we haven't seen yet has that checkerboard piece as well. That would be interesting. All right. Let's see here. Oh, we could talk about the next puzzle mystery quilt. All right. So there's no costume change for me for the next one. Our theme for the next puzzle mystery quilt, which will sign up the last Friday in May, like it always does every time. It's always the last Friday in May. This quilt is going to be called Summit. And so this theme was inspired by personal conquering of mountains and challenges that you have in reaching a summit after you overcome obstacles and challenges. So it has the literal context of climbing the top of Mount Everest, but we also have the kind of connection of reaching milestones in your life. And it is number 20 for us, right? So here we are. We're at the summit. We've done 20 different designs. I will tell you guys, there are new shapes in this one that we've never featured before in a puzzle mystery quilt. And it makes the final design amazing. I am looking at this and it is just totally different than really anything we've ever done. The new shape changes the game and it almost resets everything. And I'm so glad we're bringing this out in number 20. It is going to be an adventure you guys are not going to want to miss. So the colorways are going to be showing up in the month of May. So be on the lookout for those. You're not going to want to miss them. We've got some amazing colors. Like I said, the design is bonkers, and it is amazing and off the charts. And make sure to check your email if you are an active Under the Sea detective and you're working on this quilt. Check your email, check the spam, check the trash, check all the places your instructions have been mailed to you. So there's no reason for you to still be watching me. You should be sewing and finishing your finished quilts. And again, sewing tomorrow.
And they get early.
Oh my gosh. Okay. She just keeps talking. She just keeps talking over here. All right. And like always, if you finished your Under the Sea mystery quilt, you get early access to sign up for Summit. So you get to sign up the day before. We're going to talk about that a whole heck of a lot. So don't think that you have to remember it now, remember it in a month. We're going to remind you. So if you were finishing Under the Sea and you made it to the end, one of the perks is you get to sign up a day early. So you get to get your colorways, get your fabrics, get all the stuff, and you don't have to wake up at 7 a.m. because for this one, you guys, we are going to be selling out. There's at least 2 colorways. I can get no more fabric. And once it's gone, it's gone. And so I don't want to have to tell you can't do it because that makes me very sad and it makes you sad too. All right. I think that's it for me, you guys. As always, thank you to Team Cotton Cuts. Amazing things with these projects for doing 10 months of incredible work to get you guys parts so you can finish these quilts and making sure everything's at a high level of quality. And thank you to our member care team for taking care of you guys to get everyone to the finish line. That is our goal. That is what we love doing. And we love that you've been on this journey with us. All right, that is it for me, you guys. Everyone, go get sewing and we will see you soon. Bye now.
And cut. Thank you so much for watching our video. We have so much fun making these, and we hope that you were both delighted and inspired by what you just watched. This video was sponsored by Cotton Cuts. Cotton Cuts is your one stop for all the best fabric and thread memberships. Love fabric? We've got you covered. Love thread? We've got you covered. We get that no 2 quilters are cut from the same cloth, which is why our memberships are as unique as you. We also have the largest block of the month in the world. Over 4,000 detectives solve our puzzle mystery quilts every year, and you can join them. Simply go to cottoncuts.com to learn more about all the awesome and fun things that we're doing. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to make sure you get all of our new, fresh content every time it comes out. Thank you so much. Happy sewing enthusiasts, and we will see you soon. Bye now.